My dad is the kind of guy who thinks he's a master of the grill, but in reality, he's just a master of making things taste like charcoal. Growing up, Sunday BBQ was basically a mandatory hostage situation. He had this signature brisket that he swore was a family secret. The secret? It was basically an old leather boot soaked in liquid smoke and salt. Lots of salt. But in our house, you didn't complain. If you didn't finish your plate, you got the back in my day speech about how lucky we were to have meat at all. My older brother once tried to hide a piece of brisket in his pocket, and my dad made him stand in the driveway and eat it in front of the neighbors. Last summer, Dad decided to enter the Tri-County BBQ Showdown. He was convinced he was going to walk away with the golden trophy and a $1,000 check. He spent 2 weeks prepping in the garage, wearing a Kiss the Cook apron stained with enough grease to fuel a small car. The day before the contest, he called us into the kitchen for a tasting. He pulled this thing out of the smoker. It looked like a meteor, a black, crusty, shriveled meteor. My mom took one bite, turned a weird shade of pale, and whispered, "It's very smoky, Harold." When he looked at me, I just couldn't do it. I looked at that charred remains of a cow and said, "Dad, this tastes like a forest fire and sadness." The silence in that kitchen was deafening. Dad didn't yell. He just pointed a greasy tong at me and said, "If you're such a critic, kid, you take the grill tomorrow. If you lose, you're on lawn duty for the entire year." What he didn't know? I'd been binge-watching cooking tutorials for 3 years and practicing my own dry rub in the middle of the night. Long story short, I entered. I cooked. I used actual science and a little bit of brown sugar. When the judges announced I won second place, my dad just stood there staring at my trophy. He didn't say a word. He finally took a bite of my leftovers, and I saw his eyes widen. He quietly walked over to his smoker, threw his secret recipe in the trash, and handed me the tongs. I still had to mow the lawn for a month, but hey, at least we're finally eating real food.